Hi everyone, you're welcome to my Professor Note. This is Bhupesh Sharma, and here in this video we're going to talk about the sons and lovers. I am your English Literature competitive exam tutor who provides you study material and guidance for your UGC NET, SET, GATE, TGT, PGT, PhD in English and other English Literature competitive exams. So before I fill up your mind with the gathered data and information about sons and lovers, let me fill you with the confidence and curiosity, because these are the things which are going to help you in a life for a longer period of time and in a broad perspective. They're going to impact your life, right? So for example, how many of you were waiting for me to show up here today? Hardly anyone, or maybe no one. So what does it tells you? It tells you that nobody cares, and that's where the confidence comes. Right? You are giving a speech somewhere. You are thinking that I might fumble. Will I be able to teach to the expectations of the viewers? Something like that. You will be becoming teachers in the colleges and universities. You do best to your own potential. This is your first day maybe, or you have to give a speech to a huge amount of audience, and you're shivering. You have to say, and you do not have that confidence. We need confidence to do the things that we do not know how to do them, right? So practice makes you perfect. This is the one thing. But even though if you will get fumble, अगर आप रुक भी जाते हो, अटक भी जाते हो, भूल भी जाते हो चीजें, तो कोई क्या सोचेगा? If there is a 100 people in the audience, because ये question बहुत मुझे सुनने को मिल रहा था, तो I thought that I should say about it, right? 100 लोग हैं ऑडियंस में. हर एक आदमी अदर 99 पीपल के बारे में सोच रहा होगा कि 99 लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं. हर एक 100 लोग, क्योंकि अदर उनके लिए 99 ही बचते हैं. वो खुद एक बन के 100 बनाते हैं, तो सब अदर 99 के बारे में सोचते हैं, और असलियत में सोचता कोई भी नहीं. आप सोच रहे हैं कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे, लोग सोच रहे हैं और लोग क्या सोचेंगे. लैंग्वेज और हमारी समझ हमेशा रेफरेंस में चलती है. सिग्निफायर, आप एप्पल बोलते हो, आप उस तस्वीर को सोचते हो, वो किसी और चीज़ को लीड करती है, पर हम कहीं पे भी चीज़ों का एसेंस नहीं जानते. ठीक है, तो कोई क्या सोचेगा, nobody cares, right? This is you who going to bring a change in your life, and for that you have to put the actions. और कॉन्फिडेंस की वजह से ये चीज़ें रुकनी नहीं चाहिए, आपको बस चीज़ें करनी है. ठीक है, दूसरी चीज़ है क्यूरियोसिटी. When you hit the pit, जब आप पिट को हिट करते हो, आप एक कुएं में गिरते हो, डू नॉट क्राई ओवर द फेट. हमेशा सॉल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड रहो, और वो आप क्यूरियोसिटी से बनते हो. ठीक है, अब ये चीज़ बेहतर कैसे होगी, वो आप में क्यूरियोसिटी लाती है. अगर somebody have done well, somebody, for example, I got 99 पर 32 percentile. Okay, I am not bragging about this. So you have to find out the pattern. You will ask that person that how did you get this score. Someone have got their JRF. You will find out the pattern, that how did they do it. That is the curiosity. अगर मार्क्स नहीं आ रहे तो किस तरह से आ सकते हैं, आपको उस चीज को जानना है. ठीक है, आप उसके लिए सर्च करते हो. Now let's talk about the Sons and Lovers, 1913 published book by the D.H. Lawrence, a modern English writer who wrote about the dehumanizing effect of the modernity and industrialization, and about the human emotional health, human sexuality, and their natural instincts. For what reason his novels were most of the time censored, and there were official prosecutions on him for what he has to live for most of his life in exile, what he called the savage pilgrimage. Besides this, he has written other famous novels like The Rainbow, 1915, Woman in Love, 1920, Lady Chatterley's Love, 1928. In this book, in Sons and Lover, it is a study on human relationship, as it deals with the concept called the Oedipus complex, which is propounded by the Sigmund Freud. Oedipus complex means when the child have the attraction towards the opposite gender parents and have the rivalry with the same gender parents. For example, boys are drawn towards their mothers and girls are drawn towards their father. As we have seen in our culture that father loves their daughter more than their sons, and mother loves their son more than their daughters. So there is a first protagonist, which is the Gertrude Coppard. She fell in love with the person called Walter Morel, who was a coal miner. She didn't knew this at the very beginning because she fell in love with his looks, and when she got to know about his financial situations, which become a huge reason that they have to depart from each other. So what is a lesson for all the girls here? That should you get married to the person who you love the most, or like the most, or with the person who have the heavy wallet? Obviously not. It says that you should become the woman who can buy her own diamonds. Keep walking on the path towards the glory. One day a prince will come with whom some smile will get mixed up, some tears will get mixed up, some odds will come. And when you can manage all these things, you're going to have a partner. Okay, let's go back to the story of Gertrude Coppard. So when she departed, she started to find that happiness in her life with her sons. Her eldest son, called the William, who with his hard work rose to the level of the middle class family. And he finds it very, very difficult to get attracted to another woman because of his mother, because of her affection towards him. He did not find that strong bounding with any other woman. But even then, he managed to get in relationship with the woman. But because of her behavior, the shallowness in her, he left her, came back to his mother, and died because of the illness. Now she left devastated, and she got drawn towards her youngest son, the Paul, who survived the pneumonia, and after that he cannot even think about any other woman, because the attraction he has towards his mother cannot be compared with the attraction that he is going to have for any other lady. Even though then he fell in love with a woman called the Miriam, but again he has to come back to his mother. And here the mother is the unrealistic desire that cannot be obtained, right? Something that we want but we cannot get it. So this is something which Gertrude represents here for her sons. Paul again fell in love with a woman called Clara Dewis, who left her husband because she was a feminist. Not all the feminists left their husbands. Some try to manage things, understand the relationship. Well, this is another topic. But she left, and but she has a lot of doubts and just to talk over abstract issues, which he finds quite unhealthy for relationship, and he again went back to his mother. But then she died, and he was left alone. This whole book revolves around this Oedipus complex concept, that the mother here is the unrealistic object that cannot be attained, and that's what this novel says, right? And now we're going to have the PYQP's discussion on this novel, so we can be exam ready. Hi everyone, so here we have the question on the Sons and Lovers. Most of the questions are based on the publication dates and the character names. So we know in the Sons and Lover we have Paul, who fell in love with the Miriam, but later he came back to his mother as she couldn't not fulfill his physical needs, and because of that reason he also fell in love with the Clara, the feminist we talk about here. Okay, so A1 is C. So here we have this 1 is C, is a unique one, so it becomes easy to call it the answer. A is 3 is 1, so now it's easy for you, right, to match them up, because we know the one of this character name in this novel. Here is the answer. So make sure you remember all these character names. This is a very minor character even though, right? So make sure you remember all the characters' name. Then we have, which arrangement of D.H. Lawrence novel is in the chronological sequence? Look. So Sons and Lovers we have here. Sons and Lovers is the 1913, we know. The Rainbow I told you is the 1915. Kangaroo is 1923. You will later their publication dates later when you will read them. 1926. Even though they are the minor works, not that famous, but still their publication dates are remembered. Even though if you just knew these two, it would have been very easy for you. But then you would be really confused that what if Kangaroo got published before Plume Serpent and Plume Serpent got published first to Sons and Lovers? Because here also the rainbow is coming after the Sons and Lovers. Okay, so that would have created a confusion for you. So let's talk it here. At the end of the Sons and Lovers, Paul Morrell. At the end, we know that his mother died and he was left alone. So then he sets off in the quest of life away from his mother because she is not anymore with him, right? So this is the exact answer. So now here another question we have here. D.H. Lawrence popularized the concept of dash in his novels. As I told you that he wrote about the natural instincts of human. They are behaving with their natural instincts, sexuality, unconsciously behaving, right? Primitivism. Who do this? The animals, primitive people, unconsciously behaving. Undesired object, his mother, but still attracted towards her. Do not know, not a social being. Primitive, right? So here's the answer. D.H. Lawrence uses the expression a bright book of life. So this is something that we have not discussed, but this coming from one of his prose works, and he called a bright book of life to novel, right? Even though the answer is here. So these are some of the questions related to this Sons and Lover book, which were asked in the previous year's question paper. So to give you an idea that what sort of questions can we ask. So one thing you got, it is dates and your character names. So make sure you remember both of these things. Very soon we'll be back with another relevant video, and for your notes, study material, for your, all the English literature competitive exams, just contact us on this number, even though I'll be providing it in the description box as well. And keep checking myprofessornote.com website, where I'll be uploading articles and the blogs important for your competitive exams of English literature. Till then time, this is Rupesh Sharma signing off.